Our story begins with footsteps on wet sand, a journey toward an unknown horizon. On a windy shore in East Africa, a small band huddles by a fire. The salt air stings their lips as they scan the tide line, then walk on, etching the world into memory, turning ice routes and coastlines into a moving map. But eventually, the rhythm of the harvest anchored their feet. Villages rose beside generous rivers, and in a muddy field, a farmer pressed seeds into silt. Nearby, a stylus scratched wet clay, the first marks promising grain, debt, and names. Writing tamed memory. Measured currency turned barter into trust, and laws carved in stone organized the lives of strangers, allowing the first cities to rise from Mesopotamia to the Americas. Temples and teachings, from Buddhism to Confucian thought, shaped duty and meaning, while new roads pulled distant lives into a shared space. Listen, a camel bell trembles in the desert dusk. A dhow leans into a monsoon gust that smells of cloves. Across the Silk Roads and the Indian Ocean, merchants traded more than silk for glass. They traded ideas, tools, and unseen microbes that would reshape civilizations. A single sheet of paper could now travel farther than an army. The foundations of our own world were being laid. Every time you tap to pay or send a message across the sea, you lean on these ancient habits. Soon, sails would chase wider horizons, stitching the world into a single, restless web. Then, overnight, the ocean became a road. Around the year 1500, on a distant shore, another figure stands, a woman on a Caribbean beach squinting at unfamiliar sails. This new connection remixed the globe. The Columbian Exchange shuffled life across oceans as potatoes and smallpox rewrote the fate of continents. The Atlantic slave trade built fortunes and tore apart millions of lives. From this upheaval, a new kind of power emerged. Curiosity and capital fueled a scientific revolution. Steam engines and roaring factories replaced sails and workshops, forging an industrial world. This new speed created new ideas of the nation, of human rights, and of empire. But as machinery accelerated history, the hunger for dignity remained. It led to global wars that burned the old maps and a wave of decolonization that set new nations free. In the 20th century, mass politics and mass media reshaped daily life. Antibiotics extended it. A long Cold War carved lines across the globe, while telephones, television, and eventually the Internet began to erase them. Our shoreline walker now rides a bus, hearing news from a world away. Today, the digital revolution places markets and messages in our hands. It reveals our shared vulnerability. A pandemic, a changing climate, these remind us that our breath and our weather are one. The great story is not over. The next chapter asks what wisdom can guide billions as the ancient forces of memory, power, and connection collide in a future of our own making.